Hey y'all, since it's getting close to Halloween's next month, I figured I'd tell some ghost stories that happened to my dad. That my dad told me as I was growing up and stuff like that. He constantly tell me about them, trying to tell me about his life and stuff. But this one is about a haunted car, a haunted Ford LTD. Well, my dad, he got in the Army in 1968, and he got an honorable discharge from a bad heart. And he come back to Kentucky, and he met my mama, and he started working in a coal mine. They got married, and he started having kids in 1970. My brother was the first one in 1970. I'm the fifth child of five, two boys and three girls. Um, it goes like this. My dad and mom, of course, they got married and they got their own. They started renting their own house. My dad drove a pickup truck, and I don't know if this took place in 1969, 1970 through 70, whatever. I don't know. He never told a date, but I was guessing it took place when he first got married or got out of the Army, and him and mom started courting, started dating. Goes like this. He bought a 1950-ish or 1960s Ford LTD Crown Victoria, and he was going to drive it when he had kids and stuff. So he left it parked in front of the house. Well, he made friends with a guy because he lived down in a holler, and there was a strip job. Well, they was mining for, I guess, coal or lumber or whatever. He never told me, but they was mining. And it was a strip job, and they had a security guard. Well, he knowed the security guard. The security guard was his friend, and the security guard told him, said, "You ever need me, just blow your horn, and I'll come down here and see what's going on. If you need help of a night time." Daddy told him, said, "Much obliged. Thank you very much, bud. That's a good, thanks for being a good friend." Well, Dad had took my mom over to her daddy's to do laundry because they didn't have no washing machines back. They couldn't afford one starting off. Because times was tough, and Daddy wasn't getting no Army pension, and he's working in a coal mine and probably not making much of nothing. Enough to probably just eat, feed him and mama, and pay the rent. Insurance stuff. But he had that old car sitting out front, the LTD, and that friend of his told him, said, "I'll come down there if you blow your horn. I'll come to you." So they said, okay, of course, and a couple of weeks went by, a couple months, I don't know. And Mom and Daddy had to go do laundry one evening. So they went over to my Papa Jay's house, and they done their wash, and got done with it, and they come back home probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and that security guard, he come down there and he started talking to Daddy. He told my daddy, he said, "Next time you need me," he said, "shoot a gun." He said, "Don't blow no car horns." He said, "I will not come to a car horn." He said, "Shoot a gun or scream or beat a wash tub with a hammer or something. He said, "But I will not come to no car horns blowing down here anymore." Daddy said, "Why not?" He said, "Well," he said, "I'll tell you what," he said, "I heard a car horn at the edge of dark. I heard a car horn going beep, 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 real loud." Dad said, "Yeah, what happened?" He said, I started my truck up, and I drove down there to see if he needed help." Dad said, "Yeah, what then?" He said, "Buddy," he said, "I walked up to that car horn was blowing all by itself." He said, "I walked up with a big 6-volt flashlight." Now, for you of those that don't know what a 6-volt flashlight is, it's one of them flashlights that took a big giant square battery. And he said he walked up to that car, and the driver window was rolled all the way down. I guess Daddy forgot to roll it up, and the road was dusty. Everything over was covered in dust because of that strip job. And the steering wheel on that car had been a 1950ish or early 60s. The steering wheel, the horn button in the middle of the horn was a big old round thing that went from, it started in the middle, went left, went over the steering wheel down to the, and you had to take your hand and you had to push on it. It ain't like the regular car horns. You had to push a big old piece of aluminum. And that security guard man told my daddy that he took that flashlight, shined it in that car, and he said he saw a bony handprint that was pushing that horn button, and that horn would blow. He said I didn't do me nary thing except back myself up, jumped in my truck and throwed it in reverse, and I run it backwards about 5 miles back to the job site in reverse. He said, I won't ever come down there again to another car blowing their horn. He said, if you want me, like I said before, take a hammer to a wash tub, scream, yell, holler, shoot a gun. He said, but don't blow your horn, because I will not come down here. That's just one of many stories that my dad told me. And I'll be uploading more stories. And if you like these kinds of stories, let me know down in the comments. And I will post a bunch of them, because my daddy had a couple that he told me that, that really happened to him, because he wasn't the type of feller that would blow up an onion sack or tell fibs or tell, like they say around here, schoolboy tales. He'd tell you the truth and you could take it to the bank and cash it, as the old timers say. But, that one really happened. That was the haunted car. And he never did say what he'd done with that car, but, he said that it really happened. It truly happened to him. And like I said, if you guys like these type of videos, I can do these, because I got stories and stories and stories. And maybe in a couple hours, couple days, I'll post another one that my dad told me. But until then, you guys stay safe, and don't forget to share the videos, like the videos, subscribe. For those of you that are asking about my Cash App, I put it in my description. My Cash App tag, my cash tag, is in my description. So there you go. I finally uploaded that. I finally updated that. But until then, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you on the next one. Rock on.